Olmstead, and this is my op-ed video for English 105. The trend I chose to research is Olympians speaking up about the pressure and how it affects their mental health. Olympians are the best of the best, and there's no doubt they have to be mentally tough and driven to be able to do what they do. In recent years, one can see there has been a rise in mental health in sports specifically. Michael Phelps, Simone Biles, and Laurie Hernandez are naming just a few athletes who have spoken up. Today, we're going to dive into how the pressure led to their mental and physical health struggles. Starting with Michael Phelps, who became an Olympian at just 15 years old in the 2000 Olympics. Imagine being 15 with that pressure of competing on one of the biggest stages in the world. It affected him in more ways than one, specifically with depression, as he says in this interview.
Taste of post-Olympic depression. Because coming off of that high after doing something you set out to do your whole entire life. Right? Like my goal was to do something no one else had ever done before.
Did you know it was depression, or did you just think I'm feeling a little off?
I think at that point, I'll say as a male athlete, I could tell something was off. But I think I saw it as a sign of weakness, and if I shared anything about it, then it would give my competitors an edge. And I'm not trying to do that, right? Like, I don't want to give my competitors an edge. I'm trying to be better than anybody, period, has ever been.
Phelps didn't want to bring awareness, as he stated, because it could be used as bait by his competitors. His competitors really got into his head with his depression. Switching gears to Simone Biles, who's a well-known gymnast, it was a shock when she pulled out of many final events in the Tokyo Olympics in 2021 due to suffering from the twisties, which is a mental block that causes gymnasts to lose track of their position while mid-air. USA Gymnastics later announced that she had withdrawn from the individual all-around final, citing a need to prioritize her mental health as well as the vault, floor, and uneven bars finals, which is crazy because those are her best events. Whenever you get into a high-stress situation, you kind of freak out, said Simone in an interview. I have to focus on my mental health and not jeopardize my health and well-being anymore. Laurie Hernandez also competed in those Tokyo Olympics. She's another gymnast, but it wasn't an easy path for her to get there. She struggled with an obsessive eating disorder. Dealing with strict diets to maintain her physique as a gymnast really ended up taking a massive toll on her and her mental health through that eating disorder, and negatively affected her and her performance in some events. And she said to this day she's still giving herself grace and fixing her relationship with food. To conclude, the stories of Michael Phelps, Simone Biles, and Laurie Hernandez highlight the immense pressure Olympians face, not just physically but mentally as well. These athletes who have reached the pinnacle of success in their respective sports are not immune to the challenges of mental health. Their courage in speaking out about these struggles shed light on the reality that mental toughness is just as important as physical strength in elite sports. It also serves as a reminder that the pressure to be perfect can have a serious impact on one's well-being.